Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? And it's your girl, Khadijah Baines here, #1 clarity queen, #1 brand strategist. And tonight I have an amazing topic for you guys. This is something that you've never heard before, and at least not in this kind of angle. But we're going to talk about the 5 love languages. Yes. So the 5 love languages, and we're going to talk about, most importantly, how you can start to leverage those love languages in your actual business. So hey Steven, thanks for joining. So you guys, far as how do you know if this video is for you, guess what? So if you're someone who is in a relationship right now, right, and you have problems, you don't know why you have problems, you guys never seem to be eye to eye, you always have some type of issue, and you guys are never on the same page, guess what? This video is for you. If you're someone who's in business right now and you and your partner just do not see eye to eye, or maybe you and your clients just do not see eye to eye, guess what? This video is for you right now. After you're done watching this video, you will have no problems. You will never, ever, ever get into a disagreement with someone ever again. You know why? Because you'll be able to speak their language. It's never the problem. The problem is never the fact that you don't have a solution, or it's never the fact that either one of you are wrong. It's just a matter of you're not communicating in the same language. Now, we all speak a language on multiple times, in multiple terms, we all speak a different language, whether that's English versus German, or whether that's, love versus hate, or whether that's, high intellect versus someone who's not mainly educated. We all speak a different kind of language, but when you're able to understand the love language and how you can connect to someone's actual desire, the thing that makes the person want to be around you, the thing that makes the person feel appreciated, makes the individual that you're with or doing business with actually feel appreciated and valued. So that's how we're going to talk about the 5 love languages tonight on this quick 10-minute video. And we're going to talk about the 5 love languages so that you can start to use them to leverage in your business. This is going to be something that's going to help, of course, increase your return on investment. This is something that's going to help you be able to communicate more clearly to your target audience. This is something that's going to help you be able to completely just move forward with purpose. And it's going to be something that is going to allow you to just brand yourself in a way that everyone wants to listen to you. So if you listen to this video, if you actually implement the information we're going to talk about, then you'll be set. You'll be golden. So #1, I hope you guys can see this. The first thing is acts of service. So that is the first love language. Now since we're talking about relationships, we're going to be going back and forth from actual relationships versus business. So acts of service. Acts of service is basically you providing services to your spouse to make them feel that they are appreciated, to make them feel that you actually care and that you actually are taking initiative. So for example, if you speak the language of acts of service, then that means when someone does something as simple as doing the dishes after you've had a long day of work, if they're the type of person to do the dishes, guess what? You're going to feel loved, and you're going to love them even more. If you're the type of person who just wants your husband to just take out the trash, then guess what? That's your love language, because you prefer acts of service. You prefer someone actually doing the thing versus actually saying the thing. I'm the type of person who prefers acts of service. That's just me. I'm the type of person that's I don't believe if anyone says out their mouth. I believe what actions you actually take and what you're physically doing to contribute towards the relationship. I don't want just someone oh, I love you. I'm great, show it. So, that's how I am. So I can so connect with the acts of service because that's my love language. And what you want to do is you always want to find someone who speaks your love language. So if you're in a relationship with someone who is completely opposite of your love language, that could cause some issues. And that might be the reason why you're fighting all the time. Now let's relate it to business. When it comes to acts of service, when it comes to your audience, you want to make sure that you're providing value. And that could be something like free value. See, this video that I'm doing for you right now, the video that you're watching, the fact that you're able to hear my voice and see and hear like everything that I'm just like communicating to you right now, you're able to absorb the information. You're going to be able to implement this in your actual life, in your actual world, in your actual business. And this is like tremendously like tons of value. So this is something that you could consider an act of service. It could also be you just pretty much showing that you are showing appreciation towards your audience. You actually just showing that you care. You actually showing them that you value their loyalty. You value the fact that they're even watching your videos right now. So pretty much you are providing free value to your audience, and this way they can develop equal appreciation for one another's loyalty. Okay, acts of service as far as your business. Now, acts of affirmation. So acts of affirmation, more so in a relationship standpoint, it's pretty much when you are telling your spouse how much you care about them. They're the type of person who needs to hear, honey, I love you. Honey, I appreciate you. Honey, you're amazing. Honey, thank you so much. Like, they're those type of people. You might have even seen these type of people in the workforce where, if let's say you're working on a project with Bob, and if Bob didn't hear that he did a great job from his manager, he's going to feel underappreciated. He's going to feel that maybe he did something wrong. So acts of affirmation is something that not only applies to you in your relationship, but it also applies to you in your actual business as well. Hey, how's it going? So if you want to be able to use acts of affirmation towards your business, you will want to look at it this way. So do you say thank you to your consumer? Do you actually say thank you to your customer? Thank you, Mr. Customer, so much for just being loyal to us and just, allowing us to actually provide value to you and allowing us to work with you. Thank you so much for your loyalty. Thank you guys so much, my viewers, for supporting me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing this video. All of these thumbs up are amazing. Thank you guys so much. So like when you say thank you to your audience, when you say thank you to the consumer, they're going to feel amazing. They're going to feel loved. And that's how you can go ahead and implement acts of affirmation into your business. Now, the next thing is quality time. Now, in your relationship, quality time could be pretty much like you spending time with Boo. You guys are cuddled up on the couch. You guys are making sure you are doing date nights and all that good stuff. That's going to make the person feel loved. Now, if you want to know how you can implement quality time in your business, you want to think about it like this. So the live that you're watching right now, can you imagine if I was just talking about a bunch of randomness like kittens or something? Like, I don't know. Like just something that did not provide value. You would feel like I'm wasting your time. So when it comes to business, you want to make sure that you are actually utilizing your viewers' times. You want to make sure that you're respecting the fact that they're watching you right now. And you want to actually provide as much value as possible to your audience. You want to provide as much value as possible to your consumers, to your customers, so that they know the time they're putting in with you right now, the time they're sharing with you right now is going to be worthwhile. And I can feel the same way. Me spending time with you right now on this live, this is considered quality time. You could be doing something else right now. I could be doing something else right now. But for some reason, we both decided to watch each other. We both decided to engage with one another and actually, support each other. So you want to make sure that you are valuing every person's time. The next thing is receiving gifts. So we all love to give gifts, right? We all love to receive gifts. Now, in a relationship, of course, if a husband comes home and he brings his wife flowers, she's going to be like, thank you, honey, for the flowers. Goo goo gaga. So basically, that's one way of receiving gifts in a relationship. It makes the person feel loved. It makes the person feel appreciated. And that's how they know that you care. Now in business, acts of gifts could be pretty much you continuing to provide value to your customer, but on a much higher scale. So I went to this one networking event today. It's from meetup.com, and you can kind of get to network and meet other business owners and so forth in your community. I'm going to do a separate video about that so you guys can see how to network with people who are in your business industry, or, you know, if you want to learn like other things from them, you can network, and it's all free. So receiving gifts, okay, is amazing. So let's say, far as in the business, let's say you want to get a free PDF, okay? I'm giving you guys this free PDF document that's going to show you XYZ on this topic. Or let's say, this is what I learned at the meetup group to kind of bring the point back home. The person was like, if you had like a greeting card and you wrote a handwritten letter, like a handwritten note to your customer saying how much you appreciate them, they're going to feel so appreciated. Instead of them just like throwing the letter away, because it's handwritten, they're going to want to keep it because it seems more valuable. So little things like that, when it comes to your business, showing your appreciation, showing that you actually care about your consumer, is going to be like a major key, and it's going to really help to separate you from the competition. Lastly, it's physical touch. Now, physical touch is one of my favorite parts of the 5, because this is the part where this is going to get very esoteric. It's going to get kind of different, and I really need you to pay more attention and focus in at this point, because this is probably one of the most major gems of this entire video. So physical touch in a relationship, okay? It doesn't have to be sexual. It could just be something that just shows you care, whether it's a brush across the shoulder, whether it's a hug or something simple like that, or a kiss on the cheek. You know, it could be something as subtle as that. As for physical touch, people that speak the language of physical touch, they just want to know that you care. They just want to feel that you're here with them. So if they speak the language of physical touch, they're going to just want you in their like circle. Hey, Debo, how's it going? So in business, how can you leverage physical touch? Now, if you're in business, you don't want to just go around touching your colleagues. You don't want to just go around touching a bunch of strangers, because then that's just weird, right? That's just weird. So the way to connect to someone else's physical touch in business without physically touching them is through the 5 senses, okay? The 5 senses are so powerful. Oh my goodness, it's so powerful. So we perceive our entire reality based off of our 5 senses. So if you can communicate clearly to your audience using your 5 senses, basically communicating and interacting with their 5 senses, if you're able to do that, they're going to be drawn into you, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. So let's say we're having a one-on-one conversation, okay? So this is something I could say. So if you're seeing this video right now, no, this is the wrong one, my bad. This is if we're having a one-on-one conversation. So I see that XYZ is very important to you. To make sure I'm hearing you correctly, XYZ is something you feel could be very beneficial to you. Is that correct? So I'm using certain words that are a part of the 5 senses. So I said that I see that XYZ is very important to you. And hearing, and then I said, am I hearing you correctly? So I'm connecting to the 5 senses. And this is just more so in like a one-on-one conversation type of thing. Now, if you're trying to communicate to an audience that's through like virtually, like through video, I'm going to give you an example of how you can still connect to someone who speaks the physical touch language on like a video. So the way you would do that is this. You would say, if you're seeing this video right now, you may be hearing the voice in your head asking yourself, how is what Khadijah is saying to me actually going to help me feel any different about my current situation? And then I would say, well, I'm going to help you feel the confidence you've always wanted by seeing yourself as the person that is fearless, and as the person that gets anything you touch or think. So do you see how I incorporated the 5 senses? I said seeing, I mentioned feeling, I mentioned touch. Like, those are just a few of the senses that you can use in your vocabulary during your conversations, during your lives, to connect more with your audience on a deeper level. So I could say, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are currently looking at me right now, if you are seeing pretty much the video that I'm doing right now, and you actually feel that this was something that was extremely beneficial to you, if you feel that you learned something on this video, if you feel that this connected to you on a very deeper level, so that now you can see the actions that you need to take in order to help your business grow. That's an example I could give you. And then I could like show appreciation. I could say, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for supporting you. Thank you so much for seeing the vision and for you actually taking action towards your goals so that you can actually see the results. Just imagine the lifestyle that you are going to be able to live in just a few months, or maybe a year, or maybe even a few weeks if you stay consistent. And imagine how amazing the amazing steak is going to taste when you are like eating at a 5-star restaurant and you are able to be at a rooftop, and it's just going to be able to, you're going to be able to see the amazing skyline that's all around you. You're going to be able to, like, do you see what I'm doing though? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm creating the picture using your 5 senses. This is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. And if you do these type of tactics, these strategies during your live videos, you are going to be able to become a master communicator. Like, when you look up people who are master communicators, they use the 5 senses, and they do a little bit, they do a whole bunch of stuff, but the 5 senses is one of the things that they definitely do. And if you master the 5 love languages, and you can incorporate this in your business and in your relationship if you want, this is going to help you definitely get results. It's going to help you definitely become the person that you really want to be. And it's going to help you never, ever, ever to have to argue or disagree with anyone again, because you're going to be able to speak their language. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you got any value, please like and share it. If you do want to schedule a free one-on-one clarity call with me, where I can help you actually visualize and get more clear on how you can start to execute towards your goals, or how you can start to leverage your business to the next level, whether that's through you wanting me to show you how to get new leads and new clients into the business, or whether that's you wanting me to help you be able to brand your social media, or maybe that's just you trying to have self-development for yourself and you want to be able to just think in a different way. You want to be able to create habits that are going to be things that are going to make you proud to just be you and proud to be the best version of you. So if you want to get clear on what it is that you really want and what is your purpose, what is your why, then definitely schedule a free one-on-one call with me, a 15-minute one, and I will help you definitely get clear. And that will help you definitely come up with a strategy plan to start to take action for 2019 to get results. This book right here is by Gary Clayman, and I have it the description of the book in the link below of the video. So if you want to get the book for all of the information I was able to take in today and share with you, then you can go ahead and get the book right there in the description of this video. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining, and I'm gonna catch you later. Thanks, Debo. Thanks, Steven. Bye.